See you after the game, man.
From the back of the I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LD logo the tag. I go in back of the they all from that. My diamonds, they all look at this, that. I go to bed on bed. I got a demon on flats. I got a in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, the man. I'm a K-back. 100K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the jet and they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, my we had a plan.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Elliott Jordan again. Bomb.
Let's go now.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they try the right side here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup and it moves the chains.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. His throw incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he hits his man, Matthews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Jameis to throw it. He's got the tight end, Vaness. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Winston keeps it himself. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's tough right there. Asking your quarterback to get you 2 yards on a sneak. As it turns out, he gets them no yards instead.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They give it to him running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. He introduced himself with authority on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a handoff looking right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Peyton Barber, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
46.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, it's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here go 46. Here go 47, 47. 26.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here go 46, 46.
Caleb said he's in the booth playing tomorrow night.
2nd down, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Don't you own the key? Oh, no, they're having it with us.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Winston from the gun on third down. And Matthews over the middle with the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Winston sneaking it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they don't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Get out. Swing to the field, right. To the right. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Carl Nassib in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's convert.
On 1st and 10, Winston finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll be brought down. That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll give to Elliott. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Check 4. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. This is Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I'm back. Yep.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
We'll go 47. 26. 26.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to fire one deep over the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side.
Oh,
hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jameis now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. That'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Prescott. And Davis with it left side. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble.
Oh, come on. Fuck, are you serious?
He kept it himself at 2nd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Awesome. You're going 47, 47. 26. You're going 47, 47. Right there, over here. Right there. 26.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
26.
Flashed a nifty move, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Jameis to throw it. He's going to air it out deep for Matthews. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Room here to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown.
Oh.
Shit.
The point after is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Ready. White 25. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Play action now. Winston airs this out for Matthews. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Here's Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So that one will be accepted. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
47.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
47.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
I've never seen a player so in tune and feeding off the crowd, getting them up. But she's like a cheerleader out there feeding off of this. And knowing her team does too.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So out come the Bucs now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Winston.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Back near his own goal line, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Brian Anger now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Here's Austin. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott now. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And here a juke. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Prescott now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. A handoff left to Elliott, and he stopped immediately there. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Here go 46. 46.
And they'll run it here. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal.
21 for Will. Then we're going to 53.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave them with a long 4th and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He's got a man complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. 1st down, Winston. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Winston now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. That's right, run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Andy Janovich, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game.
Oh.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Andy Janovich, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Point after, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll give to Elliott running left. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Now the Bucs going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Dallas, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the early struggles continue.